Will Ferrell's joining us here in the studio. Always great to see you. Will came bearing gifts, and he brought in Anchorman underwear for all of the Danettes. It's the great stocking stuffer. Do you have a bunch of stuff at your house?
I do. I have a swag closet.
You do
in the garage, where there's a eclectic collection of various things.
What would I be surprised at that's in the swag closet at the Will Ferrell compound?
You would be very surprised at a couple of Timex watches from the movie Stranger Than Fiction. The watch was featured in the movie, and they made a collector's edition watch they thought was going to be huge. Didn't quite take off.
If the movie had taken off, the watch might have taken off.
You know, it was celebrated critically. But
was that a film or a movie?
That was a film.
Okay.
I mostly make movies. That one was a film.
Nobody makes money in film.
No.
In movies,
no, exactly. And Timex did not make any money in that.
But tidy-whities, you can't go wrong with that.
No. And
comedy-wise, right?
Blue and...
Fritzi, what color you got?
I got a nice red one.
Nice.
Red one. It has a special... Does it have a special...
These are called Beard of Zeus Blue.
Beard of Zeus Blue.
Yeah.
Is there a title for the red?
That would be Sex Panther Red.
And I believe the sticker price is still on there. They retail for about $10.
Oh, you're selling yourself short.
This one says 18.
18. Yeah.
Not bad. Anyway, still not available in stores. Never available.
It says unique Y front fly. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We had a lot of design meetings on the underwear.
Would you have to go and try them on, then come out in front of a group of people in a boardroom? Like, what do you think?
Test market.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need more of that.
They look at me through a two-way, one of those where
like
I can't
a lineup?
see them. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Fritzi did his stand-up act last night.
Yes, I heard.
Comedy Store. Did you ever do the Comedy Store?
I don't think I ever did the No, I might have done some sketch comedy at the Comedy Store.
Because were you ever considered a stand-up comedian or try to be?
I was not. I tried it for a year and a half. In fact, Fritzi and I were having a very enlightened conversation in the hallway of how, I tried it. It is the single hardest thing to do in terms of the comedy art forms, and that's why I fled to sketch comedy. But I had my stand-up act, and I did. I think the Ice House. I did the Improv. I did a lot of the L.A. places, and so I admired that you went up there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, the first joke didn't go well. And there was some technical issues. The microphone didn't
technical in terms of
the microphone
actually working.
Yeah, okay. Like the microphone.
Or technically, the audience didn't have enough of a sense of humor to appreciate Crohn's disease jokes.
Technically, it wasn't a funny joke.
Technically.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the
technically
second.
They tuned you out.
Second joke. First one didn't go over well.
Okay.
And here is the second joke last night for Fritzi.
Plus my wife, on the rare occasion that we're intimate and I'm on top, she can use, me having a few less LBs. I keep waiting for her to take a yellow flag and pull it out of her and basically roughing the spouse. I think the NFL has that now, where they protect the quarterback. So, where you can't put the full body weight on the quarterback. So I don't need to put my full body weight on the wife. You got to kind of tilt to the side or you get a penalty. So you lose real quickly if you have to, while you're having sex, do that. So it's not great.
Okay.
So now, observations. Audio seems great on that one.
You're talking about that the audience, they heard that one. And
they heard it.
Yeah, and they didn't react.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do.
But what about the joke itself? What about the comedy of it? Okay. Here's the next one. See, you're too nice, Will.
I mean, it sounded a little Henny Youngman-ish.
Henny Youngman?
Starting
but
with
he went
my
blue.
wife.
Yeah, take my wife. But he went blue. Now, you went blue early, and I told you if you go blue early.
Yeah, don't go. Yeah, exactly. That's a tough. That's
on a Monday night at 8 o'clock.
Exactly.
But did you go blue because they didn't react to your opener?
No, that was just my plan was
inflammatory
bowel disease, CPAP, sleep apnea, losing weight to get rid of sleep apnea and landing on top of the white.
Hey, on paper, sounds great.
On stage,
on page, yeah,
okay.
exactly.
All right, this is when Fritzi started to win over the audience. The crowd warmed up a little bit to Fritzi with this joke.
Went to Israel recently. Anybody have been to Israel? Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and all that. So my biggest concern, even though I wanted to see kibbutzes and try shawarma and some of the weird Mediterranean food, was to make sure we had 2 separate rooms. So the wife and I, God forbid, we have a little intimacy, it'd be nice. So I spent the extra money, got 2 rooms, one for the kids and one for my wife and I. 4 or 5 days go by, nothing. So I make my move. I don't know what my move is exactly, but I make my move to the wife. After 19 years of marriage, you would think you wouldn't have to have a move. But she's like, what are you doing? So like, what do you mean, what am I doing? I figure, maybe we can do something unholy in the Holy Land. I think that was my big line. That was my big clever line to get her in the mood, something unholy in the Holy. Because we can't. I go, what do you mean we can't? No, the kids are in the next room. I know. That's why I spent all that extra money. They're in the other room. That's why I spent like $5,000 extra so we could have some privacy.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay, unholy in the Holy Land.
Yeah, bringing them in.
Those are real laughs right there, Will.
Those were solid, actual more than one person laughing at a time.
Microphone worked.
Yeah.
Technically. And then you did about 30 more seconds, then he wrapped. So he had 5 minutes there at the Comedy Store.
5 minutes is very hard to do, in the sense that, I mean, you got to,
Yeah, no, it was definitely a challenge, and I was nervous as we were talking earlier. As we were going along, you start getting more relaxed because there's that much less you have to remember to say, and you feel like you're getting down the home stretch.
Most relaxed when they give you the light and say, "Get off the stage."
Exactly.
Right? Yes. Yeah.
Who's the comedian you saw and you went, I either want to do it or I can't do it? No, you will. Oh. I'm talking to you.
I was waiting to hear from Fritz here.
No, you're the guest.
Yeah.
No, I don't care about Fritzi.
I wanted to see what the answer was. Well, we were talking. I was.
It's a hell of a conversation you guys had, during the commercial break.
We bonded immediately.
He needs to read the book that Steve Martin wrote, which is based on his whole career. It talks about, he started doing. He grew up in Garden Grove, which is right next to Disneyland. And after high school, his high school job was to work in the magic shop, where he learned like sleight of hand, and he would the beginnings of his comedy roots, where he'd play his banjo in the stage shows and that sort of thing. And it just shows how someone like Steve Martin, who seemed so off the cuff and so natural and so silly, and just where does he come up? It was calculated to the second. And
Robin Williams was like that too.
Absolutely,
that he gave the impression that it was all improv.
But he talks about in the book technically where he's already thinking 3 jokes ahead while he's in the middle of his joke, and that was the one guy who, I remember listening to his albums and just thinking, oh, this type of thinking is just something I'd love to get close to even.
But then there's more of a performance to Steve Martin, which
absolutely.
adds to what your traits, your strong traits,
my
your character.
strong,
yes,
my physical attributes. Yes,
that you're a physical comedian.
I'm so fit. I can make anything funny. I don't have anything here, but
you got underwear.
Anyway, underwear. I mean, right out of the gate.
Does your wife think you're funny?
She will occasionally say, "You know what? You still got it."
That's it?
Yeah. So that's the.
But would she be honest with you?
No, she would. I think she would just go, "Oh, okay." I think she just let it slide.
Didn't your humor get her?
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
for
how
sure.
you first.
Yeah.
Like you got her by being funny.
Yeah. I sent.
And then
her,
she doesn't think you're funny.
No. I think she. She's just used to the funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's just used to it. One of the things where I was able to kind of capture her, I had a flowers delivered to her every day of the week at her work. Beautiful flowers, but the cards would say things like, "I hope you're having a great day at work. I think about you often, but remember, everyone hates you." Or the next day it'd be like, you're very pretty, but you're not as pretty as your coworker Marissa. Just little, and
that's dangerous.
She thought it was hilarious, and I was
And that
good
was
to go.
it.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you did that now,
Oh yeah, I still.
Oh, you do?
Every Mother's Day, I try to mix it up. I think the latest one was my heart flutters when I think of you. It could be love. It could be my atrial fibrillation.
how about greeting cards?
Greeting cards. I haven't written a greeting card to her in a long time.
But you could do a business.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could hire Fritzi. Yeah.
Yeah. Irritable,
Yeah.
irritable bowel syndrome.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IBS.
It's inflammatory bowel disease.
Thank you.
He's Will Ferrell, who's showing us. You didn't have anything to promote today, did you?
Well, I've got Christmas Day. We've got a movie coming out.
Is that Sherlock Holmes?
Holmes and Watson. John C. Reilly and myself as Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson. So that'll be in theaters.
How's your accent?
That's much anticipated.
Now, did you purposely have a bad accent?
No, well, no. I purposely had a good accent. It will be determined by the audiences. If it,
Let me hear a little bit of Sherlock Holmes's.
Well, Sherlock Holmes's accent, I did kind of a little bit of a accentuated accent, based on the performances of Jeremy Britt, which was a BBC variation of the show Sherlock Holmes. So there it is. Here's my accent.
Wow. I can't wait
If you
till
want
Christmas.
to watch more of it, yes,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
You'll be blown away, my friend.
I was also thinking about this. So this is the 15-year anniversary of Elf
Yes,
and Old School.
right.
I think so those were back to back for you? Does that sound right?
Back to back to back. It was Old School, Elf, and Anchorman.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
That's
the Holy Trinity.
pretty good right there. Come get some of this.
Yeah.
And then I saw where people keep asking about you to do a sequel to Elf, and I remember you telling us that you thought you may have thrown away your career by doing Elf. And
Yeah.
the original.
The original. Yeah, that was that. There were moments where running around in an elf suit in New York City, thinking, oh boy, well, it was fun while it lasted, and this will either be a Christmas classic or one of my last movies.
But out of those three, which one did you say? I know you're apprehensive about Elf.
that was such a pleasant surprise. Obviously,
Yeah, okay. But Anchorman, you knew was going to be a hit, and Old School you knew would be a hit?
No, all three had no idea. The only one. I mean, Old School. We had a really good time filming it. It felt kind of fresh and different, but really didn't know. And Anchorman was so hard to get made. It was very tough to convince studios to make a comedy about the newsroom. And when they finally kind of gave us the green light based on the success of Elf, then we really felt like we were playing with the house's money to get to make that movie. But once again, it was the screening process.
If Elf wasn't successful, Anchorman might not have been made.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
there wasn't. Yeah. So, DreamWorks was holding on to that script, and Old School. The success of Old School led to because I was filming Elf while Old School came out.
How many takes with the beer bong scene in Old School?
I
And
can't remember.
Was there beer in there?
There's a
liquid in there.
non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many takes?
Later, there was real beer. By the time I'm on stage with Snoop Dogg,
You'd been drinking?
there'd been some real beer, one or two. Yeah. But
How many takes?
With the beer bong?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But is that the script? Like, did you go as scripted in the beer bong scene?
The beer bongs, all of that, it tastes so good when it hits your lip. That just came off the cuff, and Ed Bath Beyond and all that stuff. I was just like, I think it was just I drink a beer bong and then go start partying with kids. But so I just kind of came up with all that.
But guys will use that line. you know, hey, it's
Yeah.
pretty nice little Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we've all done that with our wives. Like, what are you doing today? You know, I'm going to go to Bed Bath and Beyond. And
It just felt like what that guy would say, trying to relate to kids. Yeah, in that moment.
Is there any part of, like, are you Frank? Can you relate to him at all?
I don't go to Bed Bath and Beyond.
You do not.
I'm not a do-it-yourselfer.
You have people who do that for you?
I don't have people. Amazon, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But where do you go that people would be surprised where you just...
CVS, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a CVS card, by the way, Dan?
I do.
See, I don't. I refuse to get one.
But do you just go to hang out, or like what do you do at CVS?
I'll go and get some vitamins. Yeah.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. Pick up prescriptions. Yeah.
But
get some floss.
Do people say anything to you?
Occasionally. Yeah.
But
I think the security guard knows me by now.
Do they say like be fun? Do you ever get that? Hey, say something funny.
Not usually.
Yeah. Same with Fritzi.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do that to Fritzi.
That's not necessary.
I'm sorry. We're going to take a break here. Is that okay?
I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Do we have more
comedy?
Should we go out on one of Fritzi's jokes? Do we have any more?
No, that's it.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, that was all
the
the good
three
stuff.
jokes. Okay.
Yeah,
that was the good stuff.
Wow, that's awkward.
Okay. All right.
Fritzi, do you have anything for Will that we could, like, leftover? What didn't make the set last night?
You guys,
Do you want to go back to section row seat?
Do we have
okay.
anything from Caroline's?
Okay. Okay. Fritzi, are you okay with this?
sure.
That doesn't.
No, I'm
doesn't.
flattered that Will wants to hear some of for good, bad, ugly. He's taking an interest in my amateur comedy career, and that's extremely flattering.
Yes,
He wants to hear it.
See, I think one of the best things the show could do, actually, is if we follow the arc of Todd's career here. He started with section row seat, a joke that absolutely bombed. And then you can make it into a really good joke that
And
then by the
show-
time
yep.
you could see the growth of Todd as a comic. And you'd be like, look, he
Show
started
the
with this crappy
crescendo.
joke.
Yeah.
And now it's awesome. Now
Yeah.
it crushes.
Right.
All right. We'll play that.
Cobble that all together.
That was his big joke. That was his opener at Caroline's. So when Fritzi was at Caroline's,
And what is it again? Section row what?
It had to do with people having such a tough time
Todd,
finding their
it's called a
seat.
tease. It's called a
That's all I was
tease.
going to say.
No. I'm the host.
Yeah.
It's called a tease.
Let
I
it-
gave up
let
too
it
much
lie.
there?
Like, it's
Listen to the big man.
Here you
Come
go.
on.
All right. When we come back, more with Will Ferrell. So Will Ferrell, who lived at home until he was 24. Is that right?
Easy.
No.
No.
Is it factually true?
No, that's true.
Okay, what was it like to be? So you graduated from college and you're living at home.
Right.
You had your bedroom.
Right.
What was in your bedroom?
What was in my bedroom? I think it was pretty sad. I don't think there were any posters on the wall because, are you going to put posters up when you're
Well, you're still
when
you're
college
24. I mean, you're
I don't
back
know.
home, so what's more embarrassing? You have posters up, you're living at
I don't-
home.
Yeah, but I think still having posters up on the wall. Anyway, they were just blank walls.
Wow. It's sad.
And maybe a IKEA bookcase. Empty, no books. And yeah, that's about it. Well, working as a bank teller
How good were you
and
as a bank teller?
trying to do stand-up comedy.
How good were you as a bank teller?
First couple days were disastrous.
Did you end up
But
short?
I feel we might have talked about this before. Have we talked about? Yeah, I was first day. I was I think $300 short, and the manager came over and she said, "Huh, that's weird. You know what? Don't worry. Joe over here was 300 over. So you guys must have." You probably traded money at some point. I just went, yeah, we probably did. I was like, I didn't talk to Joe all day. And then day two, I balanced out my drawer and I was this odd number. I was like 287 and 93 cents short. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, I have no idea. I really don't. But then from that point on, clear sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
killed it.
Killed it.
All right. This is section row seat. This is last year at Caroline's, and Fritzi goes on stage, and this is his opening quote-unquote joke.
Okay.
So I'm at a sporting event the other night, and at least 3 different people come over to me asking if I'm sitting in their seats. So I don't know if it's if you guys ever deal with this, if you go to a concert, a sporting event, how difficult is to find seats at a concert or a sporting event? Think about it. It's got all the information you need right there on the ticket. Section, row, seat number. Section, row, seat number. It's really, really not that complicated. I got these people coming over to me and saying, I think we're in the same seat. Not only are they not in my seats, they're all the way on the other side of the arena. They couldn't have been further from where I'm at. So I don't understand. Section, row, seat. Let's get it together. Just some people I just can't deal with.
Yes, that was it.
I love the premise.
We all do.
Yeah.
There's just no.
It's
no
something
punchline.
we can all relate to. And then it just didn't quite. Yeah.
The
It
thought
was like
process from
you were at the base camp there for Mount Everest.
the peanut gallery suggested there had to be some kind of way of bringing it back.
I was really excited to see where it was going to go, and it literally went nowhere.
Went nowhere.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to say
yeah.
that I was in the wrong seat. I guess there's maybe a way to bring it back. Like it turned out that I was in the wrong seat all along or something. But it needs some
Section
more
row
work.
seat, or that you were confused that's an actual seat, section row seat. I don't know. See, I can't even figure it out.
Yeah. Well, you're not a stand-up comedian.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's a little.
Yeah.
That's highbrow humor, is what that is.
I
right
boxed
there.
myself into a corner there
Yeah,
with
you
no
did.
ending to that
Yeah,
joke.
yeah, you did. Do your kids go? Do they expect you to be able to get seats for sporting events?
Unfortunately, they do. Yeah, we'll have a lot of arguments.
And you got your soccer kit on, so obviously they get good seats.
They're
too.
used to sitting in nice seats, and so it is fun to switch it up on them and just sit in normal seats. And then the argument is like, "Are you sure we're not in a suite?" But Dad, did you check? Did you make the appropriate calls? Are you sure we're not in a suite? I'm like, I'm sure. Look at this. Look at it says section row seat right here. Boom! Hey!
That's how it's done, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Right.
you did it. You did it.
The only thing is you have to have previous knowledge to the joke that bombed for that to work.
Well, it's great to see you. You didn't wear the old school tennis shoes.
Wait, now
today.
did I
I thought you were bringing those.
did I show up in my bike shorts
last year
time?
in New York?
in New York?
Yes.
Not here.
No,
That's where I
in
got
New York.
confused.
Yeah. Were you? You were going to
We
show.
were talking backstage that last time I came on the show, it was in New York. I was thinking last time I came here.
Yeah. Left nothing to the imagination.
No,
Smuggling grapes out of the country right there is what you were
Well,
doing, mister.
more like Tangelos.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you, Dan.
The music means
I know, it means
time
I'm outta here.
You're gone. That's it.
It's
Yeah,
hyped up music. It means
here we go.
I gotta get out of here quickly.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.